starts now.
1 year ago, life changed forever for everyone who knew and loved Huntsville police officer Billy Clardy III. We're taking a look right now at the fallen officer's memorial. The stack agent was killed in the line of duty on December 6, 2019, while investigating a drug case. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Brana. Will Robinson Smith has the night off. WAAY 31 Cindy Martin spoke with Clardy's family and his friends about their loss, the last year they spent without him, and their hope for justice.
While this past year has been tough on many people, the Clardy family had the added burden of this loss. And while they wait for justice, those who served by his side vow to keep this decorated officer's legacy alive.
About the time it happened was I was just getting home from work, and I didn't hear any of the radio chatter, but I did receive a phone call, and I didn't know who it was. And we had as a family being in law enforcement, we had a little ordeal that we would all do and contact each other, let each other know that we're okay, and there was one missing that day.
1 year later, Huntsville Police Sergeant Tim Clardy Jr. still vividly remembers not hearing from his cousin, stack agent Billy Clardy III.
Stack 12. Huntsville to Stack 12. Stack 12, Agent Billy Clardy, end of watch, December 6, 2019. Huntsville clear.
Cousins by birth, the two became more like brothers during their career in law enforcement.
We have a history of law enforcement in our family. It goes back decades. He's the oldest grandchild, so he was the cool cousin that was around during the holidays. It was a pretty close bond. Long talks, encouraging each other to move forward. Encouraging each other to get outside the comfort zone and pushing forward to, make the community better.
Clardy worked as a narcotics agent with the department at the time of his death. He was shot during a drug task force operation. Investigators tell us when the suspect, LaGermany Brown, arrived at a home on LaVert Street, he drew a gun and shot Clardy. Lieutenant Tony McLeay, his supervisor, arrived on scene shortly after it happened.
When I got in my car, I turned my radio on, I heard something was wrong, so I immediately went to the scene, knowing that it was probably something bad. 1
year later, he can't shake that memory, but chooses to focus on what Clardy brought to the department and the community he served.
He was a dear friend. He's somebody that I considered family. On top of that, I've worked my entire career with him, so he's definitely been hard this last year. The only thing that we can do is honor him by continuing to work with the ethic that he had, work ethic, with the professionalism, and honor him in that way.
McLeay described the bond his team shared from the countless operations they worked together.
It's a brotherhood. They're with each other more than they're with their own families. They're with each other sometimes 16, 17, 18 hours a day because there's no set hours in narcotics work. So when you're with someone that much, you can't help but to grow a special bond.
He, along with the department, have stood by the family's side the past year.
Now, as we've come together as a community to honor Billy Clardy's life, we will leave to lift up his family as he died for yours in his service to country, city, community.
In the coming days, months, and years, we're going to be right by your side anytime that you need us. Billy had our six for years, and I can guarantee you this, now it's our turn to have yours. Time goes by way too fast. He's constantly on our minds. His family's constantly on our minds. We want to make sure that we're there for them. And, it's unbelievable it has been a year already.
Both men remember his dedication to the job.
And everything that he did, he tried to improve the quality of life of the people around him. Whether it was at home, whether it was at work in the community, he always strived to may not be better for him, but it'd be better for the people around him.
It wasn't just enforcement. He got to know the members of the community. He took a very strong interest in making sure he knew the people in his community and the zones that he worked. And that's why everybody that you knew that knew Billy considered him a friend, because he was one of those people. He was one of those, he had an infectious personality, a great smile, and everybody that knew him loved him.
And are in disbelief it's been a year since they've seen him.
It seems like yesterday, when you have a problem or an issue that you would normally call and talk, or advice in situations that you come into, and just the bond that we had and the relationship that we had. There's times where you reach down, you want to call them. That's the rough time, and in the past year there's long days, but in the all big scheme of things, it doesn't seem like it's been a year.
In Huntsville, Sydney Martin, Way 31 News.
The man accused of killing stack agent Billy Clardy III appeared in court last week. Lou Germany Brown is charged with capital murder and faces the death penalty. Huntsville police arrested him moments after the shooting on Laverne Street in Huntsville. The Madison County District Attorney's Office said it expects the case to go before a grand jury in the spring of 2021.